Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Firstly, the honorable our headmaster, the honorable our teacher, and all of the staff of SMKN Negeri Simpang Empat, and of course my beloved students. Good morning everyone. Kalau tidak paham artinya bisa dilihat di bawah ya. Okay, it's a great honor for me because I'm given a chance to deliver the speech in front of you guys. Firstly, I still remember it's about a couple years ago I was a student standing there, but now I can't imagine. It never crossed in my mind that today, this Monday, it will be the first time for me standing in front of here, not as a student, but as a teacher delivering a speech. Wow, that's amazing for me. Paham ya? Alhamdulillah. One thing for sure that why I'm using English here, because I do believe that all of the students of SMKN Negeri Simpang Empat will understand and will be able to practice English, right? Gak paham ya, padahal bisa menjadi kalian loh. Okay, well then. Today, I'm given chance of our headmaster to deliver a speech entitled about how to make ourselves discipline. But firstly here, this is actually also I'm still learning about how to make myself discipline. But I hope that every single point that I deliver today, it can be applied for me, for all the teachers, and for all of my students as well. But firstly here, I would like to tell you that I am as an alumni also of this school, and I graduated in 2007. I still remember when the first time I came in this school in 2007. Our nickname, our school nickname still really famous, Sekolah Buangan. That's always I remember. But I do believe at that time that our school will be growing better because we had a good headmaster. And by the time it can be proved, that our school can be the best. We can see that there are so many achievements that we have got. Start from 2008 until 2011, our school was the fastest growing student in Indonesia. And then in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, our school also has a nickname, the School of Motivators. It means that there are many senior high schools turning or Islamic senior high school and Islamic school turning become professional high school because they see our school growing very well, and then the society want their kids to have a class or have a school in vocational high school. So that's why there were about 4 schools turning their name to become a vocational high school or SMK. And another else, we had a new nickname, School of Model. That's our new nickname of our school. But do you know what is the meaning of School of Model? But firstly here I would like to tell you, probably some of you already know what is the meaning of model. Model can be means about the example for the others. So we are our school as the example for another school. But remember guys, not only about the school, but also about the teachers, management, and of course the students. But in fact, we see some problems in our school. I try to analyze. I entered this school at about last year in February. It's about almost 1 year for the next month. I can try to analyze. There are some problems that we've got about discipline. For example, we still face a lot of students being late when they come to school. We already told the students that our class, our school, will be closed the gate. It's about 7:15. But in fact, on the field, we still see many students are being late. You can see over there are so many students being late, probably more than 50 students. And also, about time break. You are given about 15 minutes. In fact, there are still many students being delayed to go back to their class. Even there, and sometimes, the teachers are already in the class, but the students still in the outside. So, there are so many undisciplined in the school that we need to make it better. And here, there are some proposals that I would like to tell you guys. First, the first thing that we have to do, how to make ourselves disciplined, is about we have to know, we have to recognize first, why do we school in here? It should be raising question with us. Why do we school in here? What for? Do we school here just for having fun? Just for having girlfriend? Just for having boyfriend? Or what? The first thing that we have to correct is about our intention. Why do we school here? That's a huge question for us. If you are school here just for having girlfriend or boyfriend, you won't be serious. So the first thing that we have to correct is you want to be disciplined as a student. You have to pay attention with your desire having school in here. We have to know that I am in school here because I want to get the knowledge and I want to be a smart student. I want to be a diligent student. So that's the first point. And then the second point, how to be a disciplined person. We have to have a role model. I still remember in 2010 when I was in the third grade, my English teacher was Mrs. Vivid. She came to the class and then she always speaks English, start from the first until the end of the class. At the first time I was so confused, why should it be like this? But by the time, finally I tried to like English and then I was really fun. So I put Mrs. Vivid as a role model for me. And then I promised to myself that one day I should be better than her, or at least I should be the same with her. So you are, as the student, you also need to find a role model for you. You have to find a role model for you, but remember, it should be a good person, not a bad person, of course. So if there's someone in your class who always the best in the class or never be late, so it should be the person that you should as the example for you. It should be the person that as a role model for you. So that's the point. And then the third point, you have to love something that you do. If you do not love it, you will just do it unsincerely. For example, just like this. When you are falling in love with someone, masih belum semua itu ya. Yeah. Okay, when you are falling in love with someone, whatever thing you will do it because you love it. Is it true? Right? So it's about the school. For example, just like this, I tried to put myself, at the first time I really had English because I didn't know English at all. So I tried to make a trick, how could I love English? And then finally I found a method that probably listening to the music is good for me. And then I turned myself not learning by memorizing vocabulary or something else. I tried to listen to the music and then watching movies. And then I tried to find the vocabulary of something that I do not know. And then by the time, alhamdulillah, I could speak English even not really good. Okay, and then the last point. And the last point, you have to start from the small thing. For being disciplined, we have to start from the small thing, not the huge thing. We can start from the small, and then after that the middle, moderate, and then we start from the biggest thing. But it must be consistent. So, I think that being disciplined not only for 1 day, 4 days, or 3 days, or maybe for a month, but for being disciplined, start from today until we die. So those 4 points, my proposal for you guys, for being disciplined. And then special advice for the 3rd grade and the 10th grade. For the 3rd grade, it's just about, within about 3 months, you will be facing a final exam. Be careful, be ready. You we still have about almost 3 months. You have to make your time efficient. If last year you just have fun with your friends or with your family, but for now on you just need to focus with your exam. Because 2 months is really short. And then also, if you still have about someone, there are so many tricks that you can do, not only about studying by yourself. Probably if you have someone close with you, for example, teachers close with you, you can just try to use them. You can try to use them. Use them like what? You can just ask so many questions to them. Try to use all of your teachers, try to use all of your friends. Okay, that's all for the third grade. And then for the first grade, I know that you are a great student. I can see from here that you are going to be a good leader in the future. Only one thing for sure that I want to show you, I want to tell you guys that our school is full of models. Not only about the school, the teachers, or the staff, but also the students. So, you are as a model in here, in our agency, in our province. So, just show that you are a appropriate model for another school, and for another friend in another school. I think probably that's all for me. Thank you so much for your attention. I'm really sorry about the mistake that I have made. I hope that everything that I deliver here, it can make it better, and it can make all of us be better. Amin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.